Welcome to another episode of Off the Jaw. I'm Brian. Wait a minute. I'm Sean.
Leave it in. Leave it in.
Oh, that's great.
I like it. And I'm Sean.
Hello, viewers, and welcome to another episode of Off the Jaw. I'm Sean.
And I'm Brian.
And we're going to dive right into this. Did he do it?
Diddy did it. I think Diddy did it.
I think he did it.
I'm so excited to talk about Diddy.
So am I. So much has changed in this case. It's crazy.
So first of all, he's still on the run. Diddy is still on the loose.
He's on the loose.
Yeah, nobody's caught up with him yet.
Diddy's on the run.
Some people think he's still
Diddy's
in Miami.
on the run.
Diddy's got a gun. Yeah, they don't know if he's in America or if he went to another country because he's spotted again in Miami after
Again.
Yeah, even after his plane touched down somewhere else, so he could still be.
So he faked everything by sending out the plane, making sure everybody thought he was on that plane, but he wasn't.
Maybe.
Then he was spotted in Miami.
Very evil genius.
Then he disappeared.
The diddler. You can't catch the diddler.
Can't catch the diddler. I think he's CIA in disguise.
I honestly do think that he is a CI, for the feds or something, because he's gotten away with so much for so long, and I'm sure he's just snitching on people and getting away with it, because that's what they do. They're like, we'll let you get away with your thing.
Diddy's a narc.
I believe he probably is a narc. Better watch what you say. He's had people killed.
I know. It's a scary subject to talk
Stay
about.
off his radar. He had Tupac killed, I think.
That's the rumor.
Mm-hmm.
But the funny part is all these allegations, no charges filed.
Do you think so? They said that this is the tip of the iceberg for the investigation, that there's so much more to come. And somebody from Homeland Security said that. Do you think are we gonna see something big happen here?
I'm hoping. I mean, what's all the hype?
I think if he snitches to try to save his ass, one, I want to know all of it. I want to know everybody.
Oh, he
involved.
is going to let it spill.
I hope he does.
He's going to let it spill. I mean, why raid all the houses? Why raid the homes? Why make a spectacle if you don't have any evidence?
Yeah, that's true. They did really go over the top with.
I think they may have went a little over the top. I mean, my God, it was almost like a military raid on his home.
It really was. I want to know what they found. I hope we get to find out if they found that, the Holy Grail, the videotape of Diddy and Biggie getting it on.
Oh, God. Now you got Diddy's ex-wife getting into it, saying that they used excessive force when they raided his home, and now it's racist.
Isn't she? Was she the one that settled out of court with him, or was that a different one?
I think she's the fashion designer.
Oh, okay. There's too many to keep track of.
I know. He's got 7, 8 kids, doesn't he?
Yeah, he has a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, I just thought that was funny when I saw the topics. Let's kind of deflect blame or deflect by saying our home was raided and used excessive force. But I tell you what, when I looked at the video, if they were just a search warrant and they were getting into his house, why the SWAT team dressed like military?
I don't know. Unless they got something else big that they were looking for that we just don't know about yet. Mm-hmm. I don't know, because there were so many big names in that one lawsuit from his former employee, who named Cuba Gooding Jr. named.
What about Ashton Kutcher now?
Ashton Kutcher, who I'm very disappointed in him.
That caught me off guard when I heard that. I'm like, holy crap, he's going to get subpoenaed. He's going to get,
subpoenaed.
He's going to get his subpoenas.
Yeah, he does. He is sus.
That was great.
But Ashton, so I thought he was kind of one of the good guys, because he came out with that whole save the children thing, to stop stopping human trafficking. And I was like, yeah, hell yeah. But he wrote that letter for Danny Masterson whenever he got, I think that's his name, Danny Masterson.
Yeah.
Whenever he got in trouble, he wrote a letter to the judge saying oh, he's my friend, you should let him go. And I'm like, oh, that doesn't look good on you. And then him being best friends with Diddy for quite a few years.
I mean, I just think that's kind of weird. I mean, do you really think that, he's tied into the sex trafficking?
I don't know. I don't trust anybody in Hollywood, man. I said, it's just Bob Ross and Mr. Rogers and
I think they're trying to tie him into letting Diddy use his phone provider services and private jets for businesses.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So an Epstein deal.
Correct.
Where he can just say, oh, I flew on his plane once. Yeah. I mean, that doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't mean anything.
There were plenty of underage young boys on that plane, but let's not go.
Oh, God.
I don't know. I mean, there's who else is involved in this? I mean,
there's a lot.
Since the story came out, I went back and looked at so many of the videos of just stuff from years and years ago, and looking at them through a different lens now. That video of him with Barack Obama. Did you watch that? It's very weird. First of all, they look high as shit, and then also they're sweaty, and they're like they just got done doing something they shouldn't be doing, and Barack Obama is like high. And, it's just it comes off very
Barack
weird.
Obama is not as clean cut as everybody thinks he is.
Yeah, well, he's that whole Larry Sinclair thing about that guy who came out and said, I personally had sexual relations with him. I mean, I don't know. I believe that guy.
I 100% believe him.
But then in addition to that, like the video of Diddy with Justin Bieber is just like, I know they did like a little skit together. That's the one that's been going around, but you can tell.
Now, is he still involved in this, Bieber?
I don't know.
Because for a minute he was in the spotlight, then he kind of disappeared.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope he's not involved, but it does seem obvious to me that just the dynamic between him and Diddy, I feel like he was abused for sure. Like I'd bet money on it. And same with Usher as well, even though I don't know what Usher grew.
What happened to Jay-Z? He disappeared right out of them. He was in it, and then he was out.
I don't know. If I had to bet, because Jay-Z like came up under, like Biggie's the one who brought Jay-Z onto the scene. So like I don't know. So he's heavily involved with Bad Boy and Diddy. Yeah. So I don't know what's going to come.
I mean, because as soon as they raided Diddy's home, I mean, Jay-Z was tied in right there with them. That's all you heard. Diddy, Jay-Z, Diddy, Jay-Z. And then all of a sudden, Jay-Z kind of disappeared.
I don't know. Maybe he's a Fed. Maybe he's a narc.
I don't know.
I think they all are. Like I said, I don't trust anybody.
I wonder if they're all going to turn.
All we're just going to turn on each other?
No, if they're all going to turn on Diddy. Just be like, we didn't know shit.
They'll probably try that. Yeah. That's what I wonder if because this is bigger than Diddy, because
it's way bigger.
Diddy he was an employee of the music corporation, and they let him get away with this. They went to his parties.
Do you think he was part of the Illuminati?
I don't.
That's Cat Williams' theory.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's Cat Williams and 50 Cent are the only two who've been on the trail of this one for a long time. 50 Cent's hilarious to listen to about the Diddy stuff. He's like. Just the way he talks about it.
Just the way he talks about it is great.
So
I think there was some other news too going on about it. What did happen? Kelly Ripa, she did something stupid.
Didn't she like call for some kind of?
She tried to do something with her show. I think that was just in bad taste when she tried to do a rerun for publicity. She was trying to I think a couple months ago, before this even broke open, she was talking about how she wanted to get on Diddy's yacht and she wanted to get invited. And then as soon as he got raided, she did a rerun on her show. I mean, that was just poor taste.
See, I don't know if you heard about that or not. I don't understand the point of that.
I think it's more like just trying to get ratings.
Yeah.
Jumping on the hot topic. I mean, it's stuff. Every time I open up Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or X, it's just one story after another.
Well, there's LeBron. LeBron said, hey, there ain't no party like a Diddy party.
Yeah. Ain't no party like a Diddy party.
That's right.
So I think he knows what's going on there. And I like to dunk on LeBron a little bit. I don't really like LeBron.
I'm not a big fan of LeBron.
I'm hoping he gets brought down in all this too.
God. But yeah, of course, his name's getting far up in local news around here in Pittsburgh.
LeBron is?
Oh, yeah, LeBron.
Why?
Has to do with a family for Duquesne University. Head coach is tied in with LeBron, the one that just got hired. And now they're talking about maybe LeBron James' son being transferred to Duquesne.
Oh, okay.
And next thing you know, I mean, that would be good for Duquesne because that is going to be humongous draw if LeBron goes to every game or people want to follow him. But anyways, we're getting off topic on that.
Back to Diddy Diddle.
Back to Diddy. Back to Diddy do it.
Diddy the Diddler. So Cuba Gooding Jr., that thing with Usher, did you see that one with him and Usher talking about while Kevin Hart's interviewing them and then P.Diddy saying, me and him, used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes. It's so weird. And then even Kevin Hart stops and he's like, what did you just say?
Oh my
He's like,
God.
no joke. Before pause was invented, we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes.
Over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get them early. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And what the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's going to acknowledge this with me.
I just love listening to all of it.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Everybody's jumping on this boat. Everybody's going to try to make a coin off of this.
There's also Diddy calling people, like when he was in that Drink Champs interview and he was like, oh, what's up with you, Daddy? Why don't you take me out? Why don't we party together, Dad? And because he's like drunk and not speaking properly. So they're like just all that stuff. Years and years of him being very suspect.
Definitely.
And it's also that thing of just like, I know that it's...
Wow. I can't believe that just happened.
What was that?
Somehow my phone rang, but I thought I put it on silent. Next time it rings and it's a telemarketer, I think we should just answer it.
You totally should.
And we're going to have fun with it.
Yeah.
I don't know how you get telemarketer calls on this phone.
I would love to. Yeah.
We're going to do that. Matter of fact, the next time it happens,
We're
going to answer and just go to town. Where were we? I got sidetracked.
I was going to... So it's that thing where... Like I get excited, like I know it's wrong, but I'm so excited to see all these people getting in trouble, and it's like it's a very I don't know how to describe it. I shouldn't be like reveling in not seeing other people fall, but that's the whole story for everybody.
That's the whole thing. Everybody wants to see everybody's empire fall apart.
Yeah, I know. Like just hearing like Diddy's gonna go down. Who's he gonna take down with him? I'm like, yes, that's why. Like, can't wait.
Oh, I know. What about Isn't Prince Harry involved in this?
So Prince Harry, and I was going to say Prince Andrew, you're thinking of Epstein because he was involved with Epstein, but in the royal family, I don't know how much Prince Harry's involved in any of it.
I think his name is being brought into this, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I can look this up real quick.
Well, his wife is like Hollywood, so I don't know.
I'm not finding anything, but I could have swore I heard that name being involved with him somehow, some way.
Prince Harry's got his hairy prince all over.
He's got his hairy prince on everything.
His hairy little prince.
Little dirty prince. No, just a lot of Jay-Z, a lot of 50 Cent firing at Jay-Z.
50 Cent's the best, man.
Oh, yeah. He's just hammering
He's
him.
great.
He's going to town. Well, here's a post from 50 Cent. What the heck is this? Sean Diddy Combs' neighbor claims Diddy brings minor into his house by the busloads late at night, 26 March 2024.
I saw that video. There's just a guy hanging out the window. And he's like, I live right there. Like, don't come out here at night. They're bringing busloads of kids out here.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
stuff like that is just crazy.
Mm-hmm. And there's one thing. So something that I've heard Diddy say before, and I'm sure if you looked it up, you could find it, of him saying, whatever I want, I get.
Got my MTV out. I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
Before before that starts, you hear him yell, whatever I want, I get. And then they start pounding each other. So it makes me think it's real.
I'm just curious, all the involvement, all the webs being entangled with each other, like how many Hollywood actors and how many famous people are going to be brought into the limelight because of this?
I don't know.
Before it even happened, I wasn't even hearing certain names. Now all of a sudden, there's just one actor after another being brought into this.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if if they built this case up, because this case has been going on for a while. Like these accusations have been brought to him a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And it's just been kind of just under the surface. Now all of a sudden it's in the limelight, and of course they do the raid on his house, and then all of a sudden now it's one actor comes involved, then another actor, then another actor, then another actor. I'm thinking this is a huge list of people that the government has.
It could be. They literally said it's the tip of the iceberg. So I don't know how big it gets. And I also worry, because I don't trust the FBI or the government in general. I worry that, are they going there to find evidence, or are they going there to hide evidence?
Oh, yeah. I was actually I'm glad you brought that up, because my next twist on this was going to be, what if Diddy is tied into this with government figures, and now these government figures are going to make it look like
make him the fall guy.
Yeah, we didn't do shit.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything.
Sure, we've been watching him or whatever. Yeah, and that's what they say, we're familiar with him, but...
Because you know how the government is. If everybody thinks that the government doesn't let drugs into the country, you're crazy.
They're the gatekeepers. They're the
gatekeepers. They let it happen.
Yeah. I don't know, but there is stuff with not just human trafficking, but drug trafficking, gun trafficking, all that stuff that could be...
They monitor it. They watch the flow of it. They know when it's coming. And if they don't like you or you don't pay whatever they're asking, they bust you.
Yeah. It's a whole mob.
It's a whole scam
thing. Yeah. Yeah. We're going to keep up with this. We're going to keep up on the Diddy thing, because I want to see what...
Oh, there's definitely going to be more to follow, because every day something new comes out. So definitely.
Nobody's going to let this story die. I know X is not letting this story die.
We're not going to let this story die.
Yeah.
No, this is too fun.
I'm going to stay on it.
This is too fun.
Every name that gets brought up. JoJo Siwa.
JoJo Siwa in her new look.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of into it. Don't ask me why. I'm not even a big JoJo Siwa fan, but I like the look she's
her doing
with.
the rock and roll bad girl badass look thing.
Man, do the opposite. Stop following the norm. Step outside the box. I mean, yeah, she kind of looks like Kiss, like she ripped off Kiss. But like, she's not the first one to do it.
She's definitely not. She's trying to change her image, and right now people aren't really accepting it. And I don't think it's so much because of like her trying to do something different or be like Kiss. I feel like it's because she went from being like this cushy little kid star to now trying to be like,
well, she's
badass,
she's not a kid anymore.
Yeah, she's not.
And that's what happens to a lot of those, teenage type celebrities. They get stereotyped and stuck in that genre of being a kid. Yeah. And she wants to break out of that. But I love this look that she's going for because it just, like, again, it reminds me of Kiss. It reminds me. David Bowie did stuff like that when he would paint his face.
See, you comparing JoJo Siwa to David Bowie makes my blood boil.
I'm not comparing her talent. I'm just comparing what she's doing to her face. She's
doing something different.
She's doing something different. Lady Gaga did it.
Yeah, she did.
Lady Gaga did that. Who else? Slipknot.
Well, yeah, Slipknot or Marilyn Manson.
Marilyn Manson. What's the other one? Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah, ICP. Yeah. I guess. I mean, but the only connection between them is that they all dress up. You know what I mean?
Doesn't matter. They still put makeup on their face. They wear a mask. They're not being just themselves.
I totally support that, the whole rock star persona thing. But for her, like, I think it just comes across as fake. Like she's trying to be something. I don't know. Maybe it'll become her.
Maybe it might be fake, but hey, either it's going to take her to the next level or she's going to fail miserably.
I don't know. I think she's probably going to fail.
But I'm giving her kudos for just putting that look on. I'm sorry. I thought it looked cool.
Okay. Well, we'll keep up with that and watch. I'm going to watch her fail and enjoy it. I'm just kidding. I have nothing against her.
I have nothing against her. I'm not even a big fan of her. I just saw the picture of it and I was like, oh yeah, here we go. I haven't seen anything like that in years.
Yeah.
Everybody's just looks plain Jane. Everybody's following the norm.
They should bring back the glam rock,
And that's what I get sick and tired of Hollywood and the music industry. They want you to look a certain way, speak a certain way, sing a certain way, be packaged a certain way.
Yeah.
It's so like boring and full of shit that somebody needs to step out.
Yeah, I think that happens often enough, but yeah, I don't. There definitely has been a rash of a certain type of person, a certain type of singer getting through. So it is nice to see something different. I'm just not so sure that in her case that it's like real and it's not just that's the box they're trying to put her into, saying like this is how you stand out. It just seems like a record label gimmick to me.
It could be.
But I mean, hopefully, I hope it's her and it's coming from her. I don't want to see her do badly. It just,
I just want to see if she keeps it.
Yeah. See how long she can. What if next week she's doing
something, like she takes it off. Then I'd be like, that didn't work. Come on. You're phony. I mean, but that's what I loved about Kiss. I get it. Not everybody's a Kiss fan, but they stepped out of the norm. What they did, nobody was doing.
Yeah.
And then when they started getting on stage and they were doing explosives or they were spitting blood on stage. Blood, yeah. I mean, people never saw that.
Yeah. I mean, it is. They turned that into something like they took a controversy of like, oh, your parents will hate us. That's why you love us. Like, and it totally worked for them. They have their whole Kiss army.
Exactly.
And, millions of devoted fans.
Yeah, and that's what was great because you had Gene Simmons, he was the Demon. Paul Stanley, he was the Starman.
Who was the cat boy?
That was Chris. I can't remember his first name. Ace Frehley was Spaceman.
Yeah. You know what's funny is that even Sage at 7 years old loves Kiss because they were in Scooby-Doo. So every time she sees them, she's like, "Oh, it's Kiss,"
And that's how everybody remembers them because when you think of Kiss, all you think about is them wearing their makeup and their outfit.
Yeah.
When you see them sing without it, you're like, "Who the hell is that?" Even though it's the same music.
Yeah, it was a big deal. Like it was like Metallica, where when they cut their hair, everyone was like, "This is
what did you do?"
Yeah. Whenever the guys from Kiss posted a picture, or I guess it wasn't posted back then, put out in a magazine a picture of them without the makeup on, everyone was like, "This is an outrage."
Exactly. What'd you do? It's ZZ Top. They try to pay ZZ Top millions of dollars to cut their beards.
Yeah.
And they refused to do it.
Those are the boys.
Because that was different. That was what made them stand out, those long beards. That's what I thought was great about that. Who else? Like we said, Lady Gaga. I'm not a big fan of her. I mean, she's a great singer. But when she first came out, look at all the crap that she did.
Yeah,
You didn't even know what she looked like half the time.
She dressed up at like every awards show. She would dress up as just meat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, remember when she wore meat?
And then, she did a giant piece of pizza or whatever the hell.
Yeah. So, I mean, she stepped out of the norm. That's what I like. Just step out of the norm once in a while.
Yeah.
Break the genre.
We can do that. Do you want to come in here in full
Yes.
Galar outfits or do Kiss makeup?
Absolutely.
Or something? For Halloween, that'll be our Halloween episode. You can be like Gene Simmons and I'll be like Marilyn Manson or something.
We'll totally
do that.
We're gonna do it.
That would be awesome.
Or every week we just dress up as something different.
Yeah. I'm down to do that. I never turn down an opportunity to dress up in some weird way. You know, I'm like Justin Trudeau in that way.
Oh Lord. Got to talk about these shirts.
I got one. He got one.
Aren't these
nice? It
nice?
was a joint effort.
We did back and forth on this, on this logo creation. I don't know. What is this? Number 72?
There's going to be more. I don't think we're going to ever stop. Both of us, we just like, every time we get a free minute, we're like, hey, I messed with the logo again, or I changed something. So we're probably going to have a few different ones. But for right now, this was like the concept for our first real shirt. And the guy who made it screwed it up a little bit, but it's just it's a prototype.
Sorry, it still looks good.
It was me. I was the guy that screwed up.
You did. I wasn't going to say anything. He actually sent me a picture, and he wasn't going to tell me. Like, I wasn't going to notice.
I thought maybe it would pass the smell test, but no.
As soon as I saw it, I'm like, Brian,
something's different.
One of these. How's that song go?
One of these things is not like the other. Yeah. But at least I know how to do it right for next time.
Yeah.
Eventually, we're going to have these things. We're like, what we wanted to do was like a giveaway.
Correct.
Thing at some point.
At some point, I want to run a promotional giveaway with our shirts. Not only do we have shirts, we're going to have koozies coming.
It's like a virtual T-shirt cannon at the crowd. We're just going to...
Just boom, 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 boom.
So somebody's getting a free shirt.
But keep your eye out for these. Make sure that you subscribe and put a comment down below, and we'll be sending these shirts out to you.
Yeah. And plus, I got to practice a few dozen more times, so you might get a crooked one. I'm just kidding. I'll make it good. I had to steal my wife's T-shirt making equipment. She has like a Cricut and the software and all that. And I would just sneak in there when she's sleeping and make a T-shirt because it's her thing.
Yeah, it's her thing.
She lets me mess around a little bit. And plus, if we ever get an audience that like wants to buy our merch, that gets her business.
That gets her business.
Yeah.
We'll get that thing rolling.
We'll be her biggest client.
Shipping these things out by the truckloads.
Yeah.
I'm down with that. I mean, come on. Look how cool this logo is.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
Come on. It's a shark.
I almost did it in orange too, but...
Orange would be good.
We'll do that.
We'll mess around with different colors too, and just not black. Maybe like gray shirts or a green shirt or something like that.
Anything like that. Black on green or black on gray or white on whatever.
Absolutely.
We'll try it all out.
So, we talked about last week that we were going to actually take a break.
We talked about that. I think we've talked about it almost every week.
Yes.
For the past 5 weeks,
and
we say, we might take a break. We're going to take a couple weeks off because this goddamn baby will not come out.
It's not coming out.
You're like, I have so much respect for women who go through that because
I can't. I can never do that.
What I thought, I was like a month and a half ago, I thought like this is the hardest it gets. And I just every day I learn how much.
That's why I always tell myself women are stronger and smarter than us. And people are like, no, men are smarter. I'm like, what I mean by that is their pain tolerance is way higher than ours.
Yeah. And so here's the thing. Like the reason why, first of all, that I thought we were going to have to take a break is because she looked ready super early and nobody thought that she was going to make it to her due date. And whenever she did, we were like, okay, well, now we're going to take a break from the podcast. But then she went beyond her due date even. Her belly is too much.
I mean, she's hanging down low.
She can't walk.
Yeah.
It's gotten pretty bad. And so we went to the doctor. So first of all, we had an appointment last week. The doctor got fired. So they were just like, oh, we're going to skip your appointment. We'll get you next week. When are you due? In 3 days. You know, like they're like, we're just going to schedule. We'll put it off. So we come in. The baby still hasn't arrived yet. We went today. And first of all, it is a little weird to be in the same room where, you know, some dude is got his fingers.
It does. It is strange. I've been there.
You just got to like look away and be like,
you're like, really, dude?
Let's keep it professional here.
Why are you smiling?
But then they went, so the doctor said, you're not dilating. We're like 4 days past the due date now. No dilation, no cervix softening, whatever all that stuff is. So they're going to induce now, and they have it scheduled, which is good that we have it scheduled now. We're going first thing in the morning, tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. so they can do an induction. So now at least we know what her birthday's going to be. You know.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. I thought she was coming April 1st. I thought I had her pegged.
We had everybody put bets on it.
Yeah. And I thought I was going to win it because everybody was done except for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, God.
Mine was like 3 weeks ago. No.
She proved me wrong. But that's that stubborn gene, and I apologize for it because my wife has it. My daughter, your wife has it.
It doesn't skip a generation.
Now your future, or your daughter tomorrow will be here, has it.
Yeah.
That's why she's not coming out, because she's stubborn and bullheaded.
I think so.
Just like the other
they're gonna have
three.
They're going to have to force her out. But yeah, I just wanted to update anybody who was wondering why I kept saying...
Exactly.
Any day now.
Any day now. Literally last week we said, well, we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And
but now we have an official date, so...
Yeah. Tomorrow's the day.
Tomorrow is the day.
Tomorrow
bright and
is
early.
the day.
It's my first time being in the room for any of this stuff, so I'm a little nervous, but...
You'll get it. You'll
we'll make it through.
Yeah, it's going to be a wonderful thing. And
everybody, like all the doctors said, everything looks fine, good heart rate, just the fact that, nothing's happening. So it's like she's ready to go, but just nothing's happening. So that's good news.
All our viewers and listeners out there, put a little message in the box and congratulate Brian, because he will be a father tomorrow.
And make sure I've been collecting good vibes. So send good vibes, and I've been keeping track of how many of those I get.
What's the greatest... What, did you hear that?
Is there a werewolf?
Is that a werewolf? Or did you hear that?
Yeah, it sounded like there was a werewolf. We're going to have to listen back and see what that was.
I have no idea what that was. That kind of caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a fire truck that went by.
It could have been. Yeah. We are being flooded out in our area.
We are extremely flooded out. As a matter of fact, the bridges are closed.
I mean, the second it turned to April, it was like just nonstop rain.
We are actually north of Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania.
We're flooded out.
It's been raining for like literally 4 days. I'm ready to build an ark in the backyard.
We couldn't even order a pizza.
No.
They said no.
They would not come deliver it because the bridge was out.
I've never had that happen before. Can I get a pizza for delivery? No.
No.
Come get it yourself.
We're not coming to you. You have to come to us. Mm-hmm. That did catch us
They
off
couldn't
guard.
just take a different road to get there.
I know we did.
Too
We just went
dangerous.
out and around.
But they couldn't.
Figure it out.
We could have told them, just take this other road.
I bet you if we would have DoorDashed it, they would have figured it out.
That's true. Those Dashers, man, those are,
they got it going on.
Those are the real heroes.
I went down to Sheetz the other day and ordered myself a salad, and I look up at the board. They always have the orders on the board, and all it was like DoorDash. Yeah. I was like, how many people are DoorDashing?
They're good. If you use their app, Sheetz Nation, baby, you get some good perks if you use their app. Free delivery. We're sponsored by Sheetz.
Sponsored by Sheetz. I wish.
Mr. Sheetz, if you
wish.
Please lend us a hand.
We will definitely We'll throw your name out there every chance we get.
I'm a level 3 Sheetz freak.
I am a freak.
Yeah, we're both
Sheetz freaks.
So we're the perfect podcast.
Absolutely.
So Mr. Sheetz, please consider us. As long as Dune 2 is still in IMAX, we got to go see that.
We got to go see Dune 2.
Because Allie said she would let me, because she won't, she didn't want to take me. So she's like, I'll let you go, even if the baby's 3 days old.
No.
We'll go to the
We're not
IMAX.
going to do that.
You guys went to see King Kong and Godzilla without me.
It was the wasted 2 hours of my life that I'll never get back.
Apparently it was bad, so I dodged
It was
the bullet.
horribly bad. Horribly bad. And
I actually liked...
when I was growing up, I was a huge Godzilla. I like the old Godzilla.
Godzilla. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the old Godzilla. The one where you can see the strings when they kick the toys over, and the guy in the suit didn't quite look that real.
And a bunch of guys in a laboratory made out of cardboard.
And you could tell that they were remote control tanks because they went forward and backwards. And those are the ones I like. So, the new ones have amazing special effects, but my God, this last one I went to go see, I just went with a bunch of people, and I shouldn't have. and it was more like tag team wrestling.
So just a big.
It was just bad. I mean, what King Kong? They made a mechanical glove for him that he put on and gave him super strength. Nice. I mean, come on.
I love it. Robot arm.
Yeah, I mean, it was just insane.
That's good. That's what those movies should be, in my opinion. They should just be like a big, ridiculous, doesn't make any sense, but looks cool.
The special effects were amazing. Don't get me wrong, but the movie was just absolutely stupid.
Well, at least I know not to go waste my money on it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, don't know. I enjoyed we had what the hell did we drink? The slushy Coca-Cola Jack and Coke.
Yeah, I love movie theaters that serve alcohol.
So basically, I went for the alcohol, got some food, and watched a pretty bad movie.
Good. Yeah. Well, what more could you ask for?
What more can you ask for that? And they had the reclining seats that went all the way back.
Cup holders?
Cup holder with a tray that came over. And, Oh, yeah. So I definitely got spoiled.
Yeah. That's your privilege.
Oh, white privilege.
Yeah, we're privileged.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
What we need to do is...
You know what I want to know? When is the white privilege actually going to be on me? Because I haven't got any of that white privilege yet.
It's actually, it's a shame that I can't use it.
I wish I could use that.
What's the point?
Seriously. I mean...
Give me something. Who do I got to talk to?
Who do I got to talk to get some of this white privilege, damn it?
If they're going to accuse me of it, I might as well get something out of it.
Exactly. I've been waiting for it, but I haven't been able to use it yet.
Yeah, what a shame.
If you're going to accuse me, just let me use it first.
At least before it runs out, because it seems like it's running out pretty quickly. So let me get some of that white privilege.
Yeah, white privilege. Yeah, I'm not sure where that came from.
I'm a white.
I'm the white cracker privilege. That's nuts. Apparently nobody understood exactly what white privilege really is.
I'm not sure I understand what I think it's one of those things that the definition kind of changes depending on what you want to use it for. It's like, you're just in a system that...
Now, if you're talking about, the 1%er generational money, people who have names that open the door just because of their names, all right, I'll go with that.
Well, that's true. The top 1% of the wealth in America, they happen to be mostly white or Jewish. But then you also, if you go to the bottom... The poorest people, it's also mostly white, which is like, I'm not that guy. I'm not that 1% guy. I'm like,
believe me, white privilege passed me over.
Yeah.
I had the wrong last name.
Yeah. What would be the right last name?
I don't know. My Irish last name is not it.
Cumberbatch or one of those names. Yeah. One of those fancy names.
I'm an Irish immigrant.
Mm-hmm. Mine's German. I think that's how you say it in the German.
That's how you say
it? Yeah. That's where it came from, yeah.
Well, that's all I got for this week.
And that's all I got. So make sure you follow, like, subscribe, however you can watch us, or leave a comment, send us an email.
Absolutely. We'll be back in 2 weeks. This scene might look a little different. We're not too sure if we're going to change up the studio. We may or may not.
I think there might be a change coming.
Yeah, we definitely have a surprise guest on the horizon.
Guests on the show.
Yes.
Guests on the show.
Finally. We've had a few comments, people wanting to guest. Well, we're going to give you one.
Absolutely. I'm so down.
I'm so down.
All right. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Thank you.
All right. See you on the flip side.